Hello, hello, sixth grade. I am going to jump on here very quickly and give a quick tutorial for all parents and all students who may not be so familiar with Canvas. And I know that most parents have signed up for the parent portal, but you know what? As a parent who has a middle schooler, and actually two, one is already out of middle school, we made it, and I've got one about to finish, I do want to let you know that to me the most user-friendly way to check your students' grades and progress is by getting their iPad, and I'll just get my daughter's iPad right here and open it up really quickly and try to navigate a little bit of everything right now. And I will click on her Canvas. I just like to do this. I just set my phone for every Tuesday when I know we won't have dance or practice or something like that. And so you go right there and you can see all of the averages. That's the best way. So if you're concerned about something, you can just click on the class and you can click grades. Everything will pull up right here. You see she was absent, so she had a missing assignment, and she whatever the participation thing was, she had to finish that and get that in, and she did. And so that kind of gives you to me a user-friendly view. Please use the parent portal, but also this. Now I'm going to kind of swing it back over because this is also what you'll be looking at for your students. And I just want to explain one or two things that I personally wouldn't know unless I was a teacher here. So I know that having 5 classes, going from elementary school with 1 to 2 teachers, moving to 5 classes can be overwhelming. So all of your learners, classes, your students is right here. I'm going to click on ELA, okay? This is the portal. That tends to be the one class we're all checking, right? ELA and math. Well, there it finally opened. And when that opened, you can see all the modules that Mrs. Sechrist has, or Miss Moore, for ELA. And we both, I noticed, break it up by week. And she actually has her dates. And so that, I love that. I'm going to have to do that. Start putting the dates in to help parents. So I'm going to view this as a student, and don't worry, this is a pretend student. This is no one's real grades, okay? Just be reassured by that. And all of the things are here. Just click grades, okay? And you can see what reporting period we're in. Make sure you're in the right reporting period, because that took me a little while to figure out last year for Carly. I would be looking at R1 when I needed to be in R2 or R3. So make sure we are in R1. Reporting period 1 is about to come to an end. And so right here, you can just look at the grades. You can click on the assignment. Most things are digital, but there are, like in my class, there's 50-50 paper assignments. For example, if you click on the bell ringer, you pull that up, it says, on paper. And so I'm going to get out of that. And I'm making a video I'm about to finish. And so these are the grades. And just a few things to note right here. Right here, if you see this, that means your teacher has written a note. Great job. Please use complete sentences. I just put a mock note in there. Or if you're like, what? Why did my child make a 50? There might be a note about it. Let me exit out. Explaining, or you might need to email the teacher. So we'll click there. Only completed half. Okay. So that's not a complete sentence, kids. That's a quick phrase that I jotted in. And I wanted to explain one more thing. That right there, the EX, that means your child is exempt. They do not have to worry about it, okay? And EX means that the child either wasn't in the room, maybe they were getting their services, maybe they were called to the office or went to the guidance counselor, or it was just something that could be forgiven, and so that's exempt. I know if I have a child out and I take 3 grades that day, sometimes I'll exempt the assignment that I think we can let go of, so they won't have so much makeup work. And so right here's the grade, here's the assignment. If you click on it, you can get to that assignment. And so a 0 definitely means they need to make it up. Okay, that needs to be made up. And you might want to ask your teacher if they are allowed to get like work in by that time. I think 6th grade tends to be a little bit more flexible in term 1. So we go through there. There's another 0. Now, zeros, yes, they need to be made up. But see these little dashes right here? Sorry. Yeah, right here. Those dashes, that can mean several things. Number 1, your teacher has not graded it yet. Or number 2, your teacher has not pushed that assignment out yet. So parents, don't stress about the dash. That means nothing's come in yet, okay? Don't stress about EX, that means they're exempt. Do stress about the zeros. Those need to get in. If you're seeing a bunch of those, you might need to email your teacher and just ask questions and what is your teacher seeing from the learner. Okay? I hope that kind of explains. That's just that's things I didn't know until I started to delve into it a little bit with my own children. If you have any questions, please ask. Have a great weekend.